Hello, hello. Pamela here. I'm gonna have to get some things together here. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am excited to bring on our guest. He's wanting me. Let me just turn this down, get set up properly. Pamela here. I'm gonna have to. There we go. Awesome. All right, we are live, everyone, and welcome. BCA, Business Concepts Accelerated. My guest has just asked me to redirect the link from his email to his phone. So we are going to take a moment and do that right quick. I had already hit the live button. These things seem to have always got it. Awesome. Well, I'm Pamela, everyone. Good day to you. This is Business Concepts Accelerated, and welcome to our YouTube channel. I'm asking you upfront to go ahead and like us, subscribe, and I hope that you enjoy the show. We're excited about our guest today. So excited. This is coming from Nigeria. We're connecting, and what this channel is all about is we spotlight CEOs who are motivated to do business globally. And so if that's you, we'd love to have you on as a guest in the future. So today I have as my guest all the way from Nigeria, my guest is Professor Precious Tom. And he has a new technology that is coming to market. It's already actually in the market that makes transacting with our payment systems globally more secure. And so it takes away all the fear. There are some, there is, things that have happened when you have done business, perhaps with Africa, parts of Africa, where there have been some type of interactions, and you're wondering, am I being scammed? Well, whether that is going on or not, I don't know. What this system does is takes away all of that fear. And that's what I love about it. What we do at BCA, Business Concepts Accelerated, and myself as CEO, I'm very, very proud of my company because it's the heart of me, which is the fact that I care about you. Our tagline is that we accelerate your business because we are here to support you. We are a CEO support consultancy. And so I help at the CEO level. I have multiple layers of what we do. And my goodness, I am so excited because we just brought on a new partner that will enable us to do so much more for small to mid-sized businesses, who is who we interact with. And I have my guests logging on as well. I'm going to take just a few minutes just to share a little bit about us, but you know what? I'm going to wait since he is here. I'm going to wait till the end to do that, and you'll learn more about Business Concepts Accelerated and what we do. All right, so I don't want to delay him dialing in. I know it's a little later there. I am in the States. BCA is located out of Atlanta, Georgia, and but we are here. And we work globally. I work with founders who are seeking capital for their investments, their opportunity. There's ventures, and that are at all levels. And this is pretty phenomenal because investors have the opportunity to tap into these potential unicorn ideas and these unicorn potential ventures that, if you're getting on the ground floor, what an opportunity for you. So I'm going to let you know now, and I'm going to let you know at the end after I speak with Precious Tom in regards to the BCA Top 25 Founder Watch List. And this is a list of our top 25 founders with our B2B referral network that I would love to share with investors so that you get to know some of our founders a little bit more, see the projects they have going on, and perhaps consider investing in them. So with that said, I'm going to welcome my guest. Hi, Professor Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm great. Thank you for having me, Pamela.
You are welcome. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. How's your day going?
Oh, well, the regular founder's life, rolling, grinding, doing all we must.
Well, wonderful. Well, once again, I do appreciate you being here. And I know, sometimes the video portion is not always stable. So I'm just happy that you're here and that we can get this interview done, because this is so important to get out what it is you are offering to the world. So I am excited about that. So let's see, please tell us, the listening audience, a little bit more about your upbringing. I want to know the background story first. I'd really love to know a little bit about your upbringing, and your interest in technology. How did you get started in the industry that you serve?
Okay, so about my video, I apologize for that. I
Okay.
was actually in motion. Yeah, that's why. So about my upbringing, first off, my name is Precious Tom, as introduced, and I have always had a passion about technology. And I think it developed fully from watching movies, sci-fi specifically. And movies like this sparked interest in my love for technology. And with that love for technology, I came across communities that had the same passion like myself. And of course, community helped me build on that passion. And here I am. That's how I started.
Wow. So has this been since you were a young lad that I know you watch the movies and things, sci-fi and things of that nature, but I mean, this has just been a part of who you are and your interest along the way. So that's really cool. So now that we can have a glimpse, with your background, I'd love to know what your big dream is, with this technology and beyond, what is the big dream?
Well, I have explored several industries with my knowledge of technology. I think cut across e-commerce, agriculture, ed tech, health tech. And finally, I find something very particularly interesting in fintech, which I currently am serving in. And the big dream is simple: help Africa transact more, but this time safely. Because, of course, there has been a sort of, should I call it, image when it comes to Africa in the picture of technology, where scam is usually associated with. I'm trying to simply change that narrative with what I do with my knowledge of technology and the industry I currently specify in.
Wonderful. What a big negative. I mean, talk about, solving a problem. You've got that with this. So many people over the years have had some type of experience, good or bad, but we want to make sure it's all good moving into the future, right? So that's what your product does. So before you get into the product offerings to the market, I'd really love to know more about your product versus the offerings, and really how it is protecting Africa. I'd like to know, as one transaction at a time. That is what the header of your website says: protecting Africa, one transaction at a time. And so you touched on the big problem, that your technology solves, but I'd love to know in the marketplace, how does this apply to Africa and the diaspora, worldwide? And then this is worldwide. It's not just Africa. This is a worldwide offering, correct?
Of course. Although we're starting small and growing big. So, but well, about how we currently affect this narrative of scams in the transaction vertical, what we've been able to do currently is we've been able to first off sell our story, and also sell our story in a way that is very relatable. And one of the stories I pretty much interested in investing back into Africa, right? And a lot of the ways we see diaspora and try to invest in Africa is through real estate, right? They want to acquire properties, and pretty much often they run into situations where they send money to either someone who is false and who claims they do what they do, but turns out to run away with the money, right? And this narrative has spread so wide that a lot of diasporans, regardless of the interest in wanting to invest in real estate back here in Africa, are skeptical about it. So basically what we do in this situation is we've been able to help you understand that your interest and your dreams is valid. But where we come in is becoming the middleman to help you realize that dream without the fear of being scammed.
You know, and I appreciate that, because you really broke it down a little bit more. And, you know, honestly, this is not just Africa, you know, thing that has happened over the years. It's worldwide, you know, so we don't want to put that negativity just on Africa. It happens worldwide, even in the United States. But I know that is a negative connotation that we just want to just take away. We want to take away the fear. So finally, please share more about the escrow product tech solution that you have called Banter Escrow, and what it is. And we'd like you to just share with our audience, you know, what the purpose is in preventing this payment fraud and any, you know, purchasing for B2B and B2C, peer-to-peer, you know, all these types of transactions. You cover it all. So I'd love to hear more about the product itself and, you know, the examples in each of the categories of how you serve.
Absolutely. What we currently do at Banter Escrow is protect transactions in Africa. And how we've been able to achieve.
So you did break up there, Precious Tom, if you would restart the answer to that question when you're talking about the product.
Oh, right. Sorry. Okay. So basically what we do in Banter Escrow is we are protecting Africans one transaction at a time. And how we do this is pretty much simple. We speak to users like humans. We make the process very simple. We reduce the friction of current escrow services within banks and make it as modern as possible. And these steps we've highlighted and worked with has actually helped us in achieving two core purposes. One, we've been able to onboard quite a number of users who have bought into the story and actually have seen reasons to use escrow in their day-to-day lives. And secondly, what this story have also helped us achieve is that we've also been able to work with ambitious businesses that are interested in actually serving Africa, making whatever their services are safe, easy, and flexible while carrying their transaction online. And of course, we offer several values like the Panda Store, which simply is aimed at helping vendors sell more online using escrow technology. We also, of course, offer services for the NGOs like Show Me Love, which allows them crowdfund the way GoFundMe acts, right? And of course, we offer virtual services like wallet services and transfer that allows our user to save and transfer money like every regular fintech service, but uniquely using just phone number, eliminating the whole thought process of having to memorize your banking ID, your source code, your bank name. All of those informations are very unnecessary with Banter Escrow. All you need to make and send money is your phone number. And we've been able to, with the help of technology, simplify a lot of all custom processes to be very simple with Banter Escrow. And that's what we've been able to do so far.
Excellent, excellent. I love the technology. Is this more on the PayPal side, or is this more on the blockchain side? You know, because it's secured and it's this escrow way that you're transferring money. But, you know, then PayPal, you're using your phone number or your email and you're transferring money globally. Which side does it, you know, fit to more so?
Yeah, so it's more on the PayPal side, and I would say so because we do not integrate any blockchain technology in our solution. However, we borrow examples and practical applications of how blockchain works in our technology of building Banter Escrow, but not the technology itself.
Right. It's kind of the premise of the technology and the security of the technology, which is what I love. And that's the point I wanted you to get out. So awesome. Tell me in regards to use cases with your customers, because please share how many customers you have ongoing, because I know you're still in the a round of your funding, and we'll talk about that as far as what you're looking for at this moment in time. But give us a couple of use cases with your customers.
Okay, so one of the use cases I think I've drawn out is the real estate. Yeah, I think pretty much more use cases like blockchain for people who are interested in the Web3 sphere. I do understand, because I am not a Web3 guru here, but in my very little knowledge of Web3, I know that there comes a point where you need to buy crypto. And a lot of people transact this method of crypto by first having their money they want to purchase the crypto with, second, looking for someone who has the coin they want to purchase, and third, exchanging their money for the coin. Now, the trickier part of that transaction is the point of exchange. So when I want to send you my money, I need a certain level of trust to send you my money, because I am hoping once you get confirmed, you would send me my crypto. Now, what happens when I send you my money and you disappear? It simply means I'm in the loss. Now, if we flip the switch and we say, no, I am actually going to keep my money, you send me your crypto first, and once I receive your crypto and confirm it, I'll send you my money, right? What happens when you send me your crypto and I confirm and I disappear? Because you cannot revoke blockchain, right? So now it's a matter of trust in between that point of transaction. And so this is just a pretty simple use case where escrow comes in, where we say, okay, you don't need to trust each other. You really want to transact, right? I don't expect you to trust him. Trust us. Give me the money. He's actually going to send you the crypto and we pay him. And that's simple, right? And it's even more simple than how I say it. That's another use case. We have several other use cases, from crypto to real estate to transportation to e-commerce, which is pretty much basic, and several other sphere where escrow is applicable.
Excellent. That really brought it home in regards to, if anyone is investing into, a business, the money sits in escrow, until it's proper time. And so this does give you the security to know that your transaction is going to reach its person, and the receipt of what you're paying for is going to be received because of this escrow piece. And that's beyond PayPal. That's more secure, it feels like, than PayPal type of services. No?
Hi, sorry. I did not get that last part. Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I was just saying, it just feels the fact that it does sit in the escrow and that piece of it and how that works when you're investing, it really does tie in, and it makes the whole entire transaction a lot more secure, which is the premise of what you're doing. So Panda Scowl, how did you come up with that name? I was curious about that, just on the side.
Right. So I'm a bit of comic lover and anime. So I tell this story in a funny way. When growing up as a child, I love cartoons. And one of my very favorite cartoons when growing up was Kung Fu Panda. Now, don't laugh. Okay, so because I love Kung Fu Panda, and the memories of Kung Fu Panda stuck with me till I am this grown. I think toward the point where I was trying to come up with a name, how coming up with names of products is very hard. I wrote all the names on paper, and my head was just going, nutrients was sparking, and I was like, okay, chill. And then I had to go watch cartoon. And while watching cartoon, I was like, wait a minute, Kung Fu Panda. Okay, how about I take out the Kung Fu?
I get it. Very good, very good. All right. Well, we know that Panda Scout is not without competition. We've talked a lot about what it is, but I guess I want to know, you still show up with this unique value proposition, right? And you're offering it to the marketplace, affordability, complexity, risk, all those things. But what really sets you apart from your competitors?
Right. So I know we're not without competitions, but pretty much the escrow market is
You're not coming
slight.
through quite yet. There we go. Sorry.
Right. Okay. So I said that I know we're not without competitions, but we're very unique in our values because we approach the market.
Might be a little bit of a connection there. Make sure.
Right. Apologies for that. I had to reset my internet. Right. Okay. So while looking at the market, the existing escrow market, we got to learn that there are so many competitors, but they're going about it wrongly. One of the ways we've identified that they've missed is abilities to communicate. We understand that escrow is not a very popular idea, especially in the financial service industry. So one of the ways to get people to trust and use escrow is first actually letting them trust you, because trust is the very basic thing that matters. And if they don't trust you, they might want to take their chance with the other party they want to transact with, right? So we've gone about that with understanding that, okay, yeah, trust is a factor. Do you trust this business that existed before us, like your banks? Do you trust these businesses that existed before us, like your very popular vendor, and several other businesses that already existed in several industries? If you trust them, then we would make our effort in reaching out to them, partnering with them, and then helping you understand that if they can trust us enough to partner with us, then you can trust us. That is an approach we took, and it actually let us sleep right well in the market, because now they don't have fright in, are you sure you guys are not scam yourself? Because we basically proved that, yes, you can trust us because this business you trust us. That is one approach. The second approach is the way we communicate to our customers. We understand that a lot of escrow market industries use big terms like okay, so I can't get it off the top of my head, but really big terms. So what we've been able to do is break that down very simply. Instead of saying legalities, we use simple words like laws. Instead of saying encryption, we tell you simple words like security, right? So we've made it very simple enough to help you understand that, hey, you have nothing to fear about us, because we speak to you like humans and not customers. And I think lastly, what we've been able to do is we've been able to simplify the processes. We understand that if you go to bank and you want to use a banking escrow system, you have to fill a lot of forms. Mm-hmm. And most of the data that is required to fill is, in my opinion, very useless. So what we've been able to do is we've taken our time to study all of these forms and the very standard escrow industry and take out all the unnecessity and make sure the data you provide in transacting with this other party is data that is very important, nothing extraordinary, cutting down the time from, say, 5 minutes or 5 days to simply just 2 minutes or few seconds. And all of this together has actually made us stand out from the market of saturated escrow competitors.
I love it. I love it. That ease of use piece is so important, important in the sending, withdrawing, and spending habits of global, of this global payment system. So kudos to you also. I really mean that. I'm really enamored with your technology. I really would love to be a part of how you get funded, the rest of the funding that you're looking for? I know that you're already in business. You're already partnered with over 250 businesses and developers and things of that who are using the product. I mean, which is phenomenal based on just the fact of you telling your story. So what more do you need at this moment in time? What are you looking for to continue to grow the technology, complete the technology? What are you looking to do?
Yes, so one of the very major challenge we have is, of course, scalability. The product in itself is scalable, but every country has different regulations and rules, right? In terms of how they operate financially. And most countries do not exactly have legal frameworks to support escrow as a industry. For example, Nigeria, the very country I operate in. However, other countries actually have set aside legal processes, licenses that supports escrow industry. And so because we need to support other markets, is either we come through as a pseudo escrow existing company in terms of partnerships or through accelerators, or we find a way to study the laws of this country, which is very rigorous, and then try to set our physical identity in that country, which is, I won't lie to you, very exhausting. So basically, this is a factor of how do we scale from where we are to where we want to be. One of the solutions, like I quickly mentioned, was partnership. And so one of the things we're looking out for is industries, companies who are interested in partnering with Banter Escrow should reach out. We've basically built a full web page with the title partnership, and you can simply find all the information you need to partner with us on that web page on our website. Of course, you can also reach out to our supports, which would pass the message to. Another approach to how we look at growing from where we are today is, of course, funding, which I don't think that can be overly emphasized. So, yeah.
Right. No, it can't be overly emphasized at all. So if you had an influx of users, because that's another thing. Are you interested, for our listening audience to take the time, take a moment and download the app? Is that something that would be helpful if you had an onslaught of users, new users to come to your platform? I know you said scalability is a part of the roadblock, but is that something you'd like our users to action?
Of course. So viewers out there, from me to you, I would say go use Banter Escrow today. You won't have any problems. What you would actually encounter is a little bit of document in terms of KYCs, because it was specifically built for 3 countries, but not limited to every other person, right? So what you can simply do is protect yourself doing businesses with people in these 3 countries, but you cannot simply do anything out of this. So that is the little disclaimer there, but it is open and it is free to be used. Yeah. I
see. Well, you're in Nigeria and you said Nigeria still is one of those countries that you're, working with. How do you foresee that to come to fruition? We need Nigeria in your system.
Yes. So again, yeah, we support Nigeria fully. If you wish to transact with anyone in Nigeria, currently you can. And you do not have any limitations at all in this case study, right? Because we fully support Nigeria and you have 0 limitations using this app with Nigerians.
Great. Wonderful to hear. Do you have what round of funding are you looking for at this moment in time? If you'd like to share what you're looking for, that would be amenable as well. Or, we can talk about that with anyone that might have more interest to learn more. How would you like to talk about that? Right.
So currently we're seeking $500,000 in SAFE, in pre-seed, And this is simply because we wish to scale, acquire licenses, and grow pretty much. So we've done all the marketing work. We've also had a lot of businesses in the pipeline ready to use us, and quite a whole lot of promise in terms of customer acquisition and customer growth. So yes, if you are an investor who is looking to invest in Banter Escrow today, the door is pretty much open, and we are very happy to have that conversations with you.
Banter Escrow. I've been calling it Banter Escrow, so excuse me. My apologies. Makes more sense now. But your phenomenal tech innovation has been featured in several publications such as TechCrunch, International Center of Investigative Reporting, Disrupt Africa, and more. It's gaining more worldwide attention. Where do you like to, were you able to see a hike in movement in your business after these articles are published? And I say that because anyone watching, I challenge you to do an article, to pick this up and really talk about this technology, because it's a huge solution. It's a huge solution for Africa and the diaspora, right? So tech bloggers, editors, things of that nature. So I'd love you to talk a little bit about the press, the wonderful press that you've been getting.
Yes. So first off, I think TechCrunch actually blew us skyrocket. We had quite a whole lot of spike, and it was beautiful to see. I was proud. And then I had the opportunity to also witness this spike when Disrupt Africa wrote about us too. I got a few calls from VCs, quite reputable VCs I know in the industry, but I have never approached, right? I got calls from them. Of course, it started with an email. Of course, we exchanged phone numbers, and then I got a call from a few of them. And one of the things I found pretty much interesting in the conversation was that our brand did us good, right? How we branded and positioned ourselves out there did us good. And of course, the articles too spoke well of us, and it was beautiful to learn and see. And of course, we're looking to get featured in more articles, in more tech blog websites. Pretty much so. But yeah, we also got users too. That was one of the questions, right? We got users, and it was pretty much just beautiful to see that just one article can actually spike our visits on websites. So yeah.
That's exactly why I wanted to make mention of that, because anyone out there, and I may even take a moment to reach out to anyone I can, just to pitch the idea. I don't know if you have a press release or something. I want to do my part as well, as far as just asking people to take interest in this in regards to helping us spread the word. That is why we're here today, and I really want that to be something that we that comes out of this exchange. So I'm just very proud of you. But I know, let's see, investors, we've talked about that a little bit, and getting you, moving that needle across the finish line for you. That's a part of the goal. $500,000 is not a lot. It's a nice bit of money, but what I believe is that Black founders can fund Black private investors can fund Black founders, and that's my belief, and I know that we can get this done. So this is one of the projects that is near and dear, and I really would love to see this at full scale for you. So we're gonna see what we can do to additionally do what we need to do to get this across the finish line. But lastly, I'd like you to share anything that you'd like to share further with our viewers, your call to action, or even the invitation to demo Banter Escrow.
Right. So first off, we recently just launched our version 2. And this was informed by the request from many users who found our product fascinating. we were able to gather feedbacks from version 1. I think we did pretty much over $100,000 in revenue. And we, of course, learned from our mistakes, right? As a startup, what we shouldn't have done or what we should have done quite differently. And so this informed our decisions to go ahead with version 2 of the solution. And I am very excited to say that we've come to that point where our version 2 is live. We've exited the beta version of it, and it's currently live. And quite a lot of people are giving very positive feedbacks as to, yeah, I like this. And so, yeah, you could check it out, which is a call to action. Visit panderscrow.io. And of course, we're on socials, which means you would be the first to learn about whatever is new. So you could check out our Twitter, panderscrow.io, our Instagram too, and our LinkedIn. So yeah, these are call to actions. And if you're an investor, I am not allergic to emails, so just shoot me an email with tom@panderscrow.io, and I will be very happy to talk to you, learn about why you are into us, and have that conversations as to how to get started with the investment. So yeah, looking out for guys interested. Shoot our shots.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yes. So all of your information, of course, will be in the description of this broadcast on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, BCA B2B Live. And I'm just so excited that you've taken the time to speak with us. And if there's anything else you'd like to say before departing, you're welcome to do that. But my goodness, what a great opportunity for any investor. Can you imagine the growth potential with this product once it gets out? And I have actually some alignments that have come to mind that I can introduce you to, or introduce your product to them, to see if that might be something they may be interested in incorporating. These are corporations, I would imagine, who have interest in Africa or may already be there. So there's definite alignments that we need to continue to explore. So I appreciate that, Professor Tom. So
I appreciate you too for having me here. And I'm actually rooting for this program, and you in particular. So great job with what you do here. And thank you, viewers, for chiming in.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. And well, we will, as I said, all of your information will be down below, and everyone will be able to find that. And then we'll also broadcast this on our other channels, and continue to reach out to bloggers and editors and anyone else who can help us spread the word. So again, thank you so much for your time and joining us today. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you too, Pamela.
All right, sir. Thank you. All right, everyone. Well, thank you once again for joining us today and getting the opportunity to meet Professor Precious Tom and Pandescal.io, learning more about this fascinating product that is in the marketplace as we speak. Go ahead and download it and ease any fear that you may have in doing business. So that's the point of this all, is to continue to do business, good business with Africa, as we bridge our gap between Africa and the diaspora. We want to make sure we do that justice. So again, my name is Pamela McKinney. My company is Business Concepts Accelerated. This is where we accelerate your business, and we're always super passionate to do that. We are a B2B referral network and a CEO support consultancy. We offer a one-day workshop for startup businesses. And this is where you're able to come and learn the how-tos of marketing, branding, and business acumen. It's once a month. It's for those that are just perhaps even leaving your 9-to-5 job, looking to get into your own business, serving your passion that you have. This is a great way to see what are the top strategies in the marketplace. How are people going from not $60,000 a year, but $60,000 a month? So we have researched all of these different strategies, and we bring them to you in a nutshell so that you can know if you're going to step into your own business, you need to step in with not only the mindset of going into business, we talk about that a little bit as well, but this is beyond the LLC. This is getting down to the strategy of it all, right? Building strategies. And what we do also is we work, as I said earlier, in helping you to devise a go-to-market strategy campaign series. So with that, you should always have something to, you first of all, you got to know who your market is, and that understanding of connecting. Not only that, but having the right message that resonates with your audience. And then what are the programs? What are you offering? From there, you want to make sure the connection with that audience. You're finding out where they are, making the connection that evokes emotion, that causes action. And there's some other things in there between as well. So that's what we talk about in the one-day workshop. It's called the Startup Advantage. And you can find that detail down in the description below as well. That's BCA startupadvantage.eventbrite.com. It's 1 day, it's 3-hour workshop, 1 day per month. Also, we have what's called our community on Patreon. And this is just some great advantages there. Included there is an interview with me here, and there's some one-on-one monthly interactions, but it's all interactive, right? You can't come to a workshop and just sit there and watch someone. No, we get you into the step-by-step. You take out your phone and we tell you, and we walk through how-tos, okay? So we go into Canva, baseline, building a landing page, building a, so many things, about 2 or 3 things we do out of, we walk through step by step, but it's just a great opportunity for startups to have opportunity to take a preview into owning your own business. And then lastly, I'm going to just mention once again that BCA Top 25 Founder Watch List. This is new for us. This is where we have a listing, and Precious Tom is listed as well as one of our premier founders that an investor can have the opportunity to preview. Goodness, guys, I mean, what an opportunity as an investor. Again, I will say it once more, Black Wealth can fund Black founders, and we need you to step up and do that. I'm an advocate for it because it just makes no sense that we are not coming together to make that happen. And what a great opportunity to have a percentage of equity in a phenomenal venture to market. There's such great opportunity there for you to be on the ground floor. So learn more about that. Request the watch list from us, and I'd love to share that with you. We'll send it right away. All right. So I, again, am Pamela McKinney. My company is Business Concepts Accelerated, also known as BCA. And for this edition of our YouTube channel with Professor Precious Tom and Pandascal.io, we're out, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please like and subscribe, and take good care until next time. Bye-bye.